Hi, this is Heather Vale, and I'm at the Adorabella Alpaca Farm. Why? Because it's Alpaca Farm Day here in Grants Pass, and this is one of the local alpaca farms. These animals are like miniature versions of a llama, basically. The llama is a cousin. They're both related to the camel, but apparently the llama can get up to about 400 pounds for the males, and these males only get to about 200 pounds. Plus, they have a much softer coat, and that's why people raise them, is because they have amazing wool that you can shave off. They shave them off every May, and they use that wool to make sweaters, which is just as soft as cashmere. But more importantly than what these animals produce is just the fact that these animals have minds, they have souls, they have spirits, they have energy, just like people do. Barry and I were watching Caesar Milan the other day with an episode of The Dog Whisperer where he was talking about the energy of dogs, and that if you speak to your dog with a frantic energy, like, "No, Lucy, don't do that," that they really pick up on that, and they don't respond to the words, they don't respond to the "no, don't do that," they respond to the frantic energy, and as a result they become more frantic. We notice that personally with our cats, because sometimes when they do something wrong, the initial reaction is, "No, bad cat, don't do that." But the fact is that animals pick up on that energy, and it's not necessarily the best way to communicate with them. Now, Larry, who's the owner of Adorabella Alpaca Farms, just confirmed to us now that these animals actually respond the same way. So even though if you're not used to these kind of animals, you think, well, they all look the same, they're big animals, they don't have their own personalities, but in fact every single one of them has their own personality, every single one of them relates to the individual human in a different way, and every single one of them can pick up on a bad mood or a good mood when people walk into their pen and interact with them. So when we can look at that sort of phenomenon with animals, it's really easy to relate that back to people. Because you know for a fact that there's been times when you've said something to somebody and you meant a certain thing, but they completely took it in a different way and thought that you were trying to say something else. And quite often it's not actually what you say, but it's how you say it. And it's the energy that you're putting out there that is really what they're picking up on. So these animals are a beautiful lesson for us to think about the kind of energy that we're putting out there when we're communicating with other people, and to make sure that what comes from the heart is really what we mean to communicate.